Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. It's a big exciting week, lots of great stuff to talk about. Gonna start with the DC guys because I'm always saying it's a big week for this guy. This is Batman number 19, continuing the I Am Bane stuff. Been really stoked to see Bane getting some proper treatment again these days. I think he's one of the much better modern Batman villains. Cool stuff there. All-Star Batman, one of the other huge titles that DC's rolling out these days. Was really enjoying the first arc with the John Romita Jr. art. Now it just keeps rolling on through. Cool Mad Hatter story in this one. Fun to see some of the less seen villains in that run. Batwoman number 1 starts the ongoing aspect of the newest Rebirth title. Again, I really enjoyed the first run of Batwoman. Happy to see her continuing her title in the Rebirth stuff. Nightwing, one of the other huge DC books has these days, along with Harley Quinn. Don't get much more popular than Harley Quinn these days, right? Unless you're talking about this guy, his latest issue of Superman. All the super books have been flying off the shelves these days with all this Superman Reborn stuff going on. It's been crossing over with Action Comics. Action 975 totally sold out this week. Expect this issue to totally sell out this week. You should really have all the super books on your list, like this one. It's your second issue of Super Sons, one of the many reasons the super books have been so popular lately. Very cool to see Jonathan and Damian teaming up. And speaking of team-ups, your latest issue of Trinity, one of the few monthly titles from Rebirth, one of the ones that doesn't come every 2 weeks, but you get your Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman in every issue. How awesome is that? And again, speaking of team-ups, your latest issue of Justice League, again, one of the huge books from all this Rebirth stuff. Everybody's checking out Justice League and Justice League of America. Doesn't need much support from me there. Green Arrow. It's a book I've been liking a lot, along with Green Lanterns. To be honest, I've been really surprised how popular this Green Lantern stuff is. You never really know how it's going to go with new characters, but everybody's been super into this. This one, Hal Jordan, both been selling really well, so if you've been holding out on the Lantern titles, might want to jump in and see what all the hubbub's about. And much like Batman, or Batwoman, I've been very happy to see this guy keep his title in the Rebirth universe. I really liked the last run of Aquaman, been really enjoying this run. If this book's not on your list, it should be. If you haven't been checking out Aquaman, pick up the latest issue and again, see what all that hubbub's about. And lots of other DC stuff like Odyssey of the Amazons and Wonder Woman 77 and Bionic Woman are your two Wonder Woman books for the week. Can't say enough about this one. Love me some Bionic Woman. Gonna be talking about some 70s gals throughout this video this morning. DC Comics Bombshells is your extracurricular DC Universe book, along with Injustice, your video game tie-in book of the week. Wildstorm, issue number 2, is your Wildstorm book of the week. Fun to see this stuff back in comics. I was a big Wildcats fan back in the day. Still got a couple copies of the first issue lying around. If you're lucky, you can grab the one with the Jim Lee cover. He-Man and Thundercats, another extracurricular universe from the DCU, along with Cave Carson Has a Cybernetic Eye, your Young Animal book of the week, or Lucifer is your Vertigo book of the week. DC does so much more than your Rebirth universe superhero stuff. So all of you Image fans and Dynamite fans and whatever, those of you who are checking out the stuff that's not necessarily superhero, there's lots of DC books out there for you. Great week for the Marvel guys too. This beast, this super-sized 10-pound comic is Amazing Spider-Man number 25 with this absolutely fantastic Alex Ross cover. Really been talking up the Alex Ross covers on Amazing and Avengers. Always worth it. This guy's $10 because he's supersized anniversary issue. This kicks off what will be the next stuff after all of that clone conspiracy stuff going on. You can read more about this one in our newsletter. Really been enjoying Amazing Spider-Man lately, so grab the Black Cat packs for recent issues or for Clone Conspiracy, or just jump into this week's 25. Great stuff. Gotta love when Norman Osborn shows up. Monsters Unleashed number 5 is your last issue of Monsters Unleashed. This book has also been a lot of fun. Been talking this up for a while. Not your usual apocalyptic, end-of-the-world kind of stuff. Just busting out some of the classic 1950s sci-fi monsters from the Marvel Universe. This is the last issue, so we've got Black Cat packs for 1 through 5, or you can just grab the first issue to check it out. Great stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy from my man Brian Michael Bendis. That one and Star-Lord are your 2 grounded issues of the week. Everybody's been loving Guardians of the Galaxy, gearing up for the new movie. Daredevil, Marvel's latest TV star. Well, maybe not the latest, maybe Iron Fist is the latest, but it's part of the Running with the Devil stuff that's crossing over with Elektra and Kingpin and Bullseye. Great to see expansion of the Daredevil world. Sam Wilson, Captain America. It's my Marvel book of the week because you know I love me some Captain America. Spider-Man, starring Miles Morales, is probably your Marvel book of the week because you're either a big Miles fan or you're a big Spider-Gwen fan. And speaking of Spider-Gwen, here's the usual run of the Women of Marvel books like Mighty Thor or Miss Marvel, or one of my favorites, Patsy Walker Hellcat. Been a fan of Patsy Walker since, I don't know, back in the 70s. Told you I'd be mentioning 70s gals as I went along. Uncanny X-Men. Going to be a lot of talk about the X-Men coming up with X-Men Blue, X-Men Gold, all the X-Men relaunch greatness that's going to be rolling out in the next few weeks. Don't forget to grab the last couple issues of what they've been doing, like this one, or Uncanny Avengers, with your main man Cable there on the cover. Great Lakes Avengers and Deadpool the Duck and Totally Awesome Hulk are sort of your lighter, funnier side of the Marvel Universe, whereas Black Panther World of Wakanda, The Punisher with this particularly grisly cover, and Venom are sort of your dark side of the Marvel Universe. So a little something for everybody this week. And Poe Dameron is your Star Wars book of the week, because you know I love me anything from Star Wars. Been encouraging you guys to check out all the different stuff Marvel's been doing from that line. Can't ever say enough about the Star Wars books. And it's a great week for all the other guys too. Let's talk about Neil Gaiman and American Gods. Neil Gaiman is a Black Cat favorite around here. We love anything and everything from that guy. Really awesome to see Dark Horse adapting his novel into comic form, especially with some P. Craig Russell. Doesn't get any better than that. If you're a Dark Horse fan, if you're a Neil Gaiman fan, if you like to read, this is a comic for you. Read more about that one in our newsletter as well. Angel is my Whedonverse book of the week. Angel's my favorite Whedonverse thing, maybe even over Firefly and Serenity. Just something about that vampire with a soul I find particularly cool. And Dark Horse Presents is my last Dark Horse book of the week. Always talking up Dark Horse Presents. If you're looking for something new, something different, best anthology book on the stands right here. Little short stories by some of the best talent in comics, like Francesco Francavilla. Great stuff. Good week for Image too. How about some Spawn? This is the 25th anniversary of Spawn, the 25th anniversary of Image Comics. If you loved them back in the day and it's been a while since you checked it out, yes, this book still rolls and it's still one of the best books Image does. I say, if you haven't checked out Spawn in a while, jump in and refamiliarize yourself with the awesomeness of Todd McFarlane. East of West is my other Image book of the week because I love me some creepy westerns. Kill or Be Killed is probably your Image book of the week because, like, I don't know, Monstrous and Reborn and Paper Girls and so many others, Kill or Be Killed has exploded from Image, is their latest round of Gotta Have It books. Fun stuff there. And Invincible is wrapping up, coming to a rapid conclusion. For those Walking Dead fans that didn't know your man Kirkman had a superhero book, where you been at? You got to be checking out Invincible, one of the best superhero books out there. And I Hate Fairyland rounds out your Image stuff for the week. Really big week for these guys. Everybody's been waiting for their latest issue of I Hate Fairyland. Red Sonja and Vampirella are my Dynamite books of the week because, as I've been saying, 70s gals are all in this week. Love me some Vampirella, love me some Red Sonja. Dynamite does a great job with their licensed stuff. If you only remember these characters as 90s cheesecake stuff, you really have to check out the Dynamite stuff. It harkens back to their original greatness. Good characters and great to see them back in comics. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is your Boom Studios book of the week because you love the MMPR. But Kong of Skull Island is my Boom Studios book of the week because, well, I love anything that has giant gorillas. Great stuff. G.I. Joe is my IDW book of the week. Don't really talk up G.I. Joe very much, but IDW does a great job with G.I. Joe and Transformers and pretty much everything that they do. Soulfire #1 is my Aspen book. Really happy to see Aspen still around. Really stoked to see them continuing the great work that Michael Turner started. Michael Turner doesn't get enough credit for being one of these independent creators that started his own company. Years after his passing, he's still very successful. So grab some Soulfire and check out the awesomeness of that. And a good week for the all ages stuff. My main man, Mickey Mouse, rolling out this week along with Donald Quest and Walt Disney Comics and Uncle Scrooge. There's a whole bevy of Disney books out this week, but figured I'd spotlight their superstar because, well, who's more famous than Mickey Mouse? And Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? My other all-ages title, because I love me some classic Scooby. And they would have got away with it too if it wasn't for these meddling kids. Great week of stuff. Lots of first issues, lots of jump-in points. Great week to try out some new stuff. So if there's something on your list that isn't blowing you away, kick it to the curb and grab yourself one of these new #1s. I'm always saying there's 1,000 great books out there that you're not reading because your list is already maxed out or whatever. But again, if you're not loving a book on your list, drop it and pick up one of these books that I'm talking about because it's a great time to be trying something new. That's all we got for you for this week. You can check us out at Facebook, check us out at blackcatcomics.biz, check out our YouTube channel, check out our podcast at soundcloud.com, or just get on down here to Rock and Milpitas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.